welcome. Hope everybody's doing well. Please take a moment, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Thank you so much for being here. Hope everybody's doing well. We are going to be having a shorter stream than usual because I need to head to beautiful Amherstburg for Masters Night tonight. So normally I'd be wearing a little bit nicer of a shirt, etc., etc. But today, a shorter stream will be going just until 2 p.m. Eastern. Then I'm going to get ready to go to Amherstburg for Masters Night, but I will be posting content from Amherstburg. So be prepared for that on both of my channels. My main channel here and also youtube.com/Cameron Adamson. In the meantime, though, we're going to wait to see who joins. We'll give it a few moments. Please take a moment, hit like, hit subscribe, let me know how you're doing, and let me know if there's anything you want to talk about when it comes to Freemasonry. Any thoughts you have, positive, negative, or neutral. Also, consider a super chat. Just $2, and you can hear your comment read out through the text-to-speech app. For the time being, though, let's give it a few moments. Let's wait to see who joins. And what I want to do today is, because I'm traveling to Amherstburg and I have to make a presentation. Hello, Guani. Thank you for being here. I was going to do a practice run of the presentation today, meaning I'm going to take 5 items from this very awesome Shiitake apparel bag and give a story of them. Should be really fun to do, so, because that's my plan for tonight. Haiti, hello. I hope you're doing well also. Guani Hade 6108, please hit like, please hit subscribe. Consider a super chat, just $2. You'll hear your comment read through text to speech. And hello, see, this is working. My internet's being funky. All right, well, you can still hear me and see me. We got hearts. That might be Smokey the Clown. If that is Smokey, good to see you. I hope you're doing well. Obviously, everybody's thoughts right now should be hopefully are with Iran. President Trump had a very interesting tweet this morning. Basically threatening, hold on just one second. Threatening to obliterate the country, if I recall it correctly. Obliterate the, let's see if I can find it. A whole civilization will die tonight, never to be brought back. Freemasonry is not political, so I'm not speaking about Trump one or the other. I give my own personal opinion, which is that tweet is terrifying. But I will say there are many Freemasons in the Middle East on military bases, as well as in Jordan, as well as in Israel, as well as in Lebanon. And my thoughts are with everybody who might be in harm's way tonight as of 8 p.m. Eastern. We're going to see what happens. I think all that we can do, all that I can do as a Freemason, is try to demonstrate kindness, respect, and hope for the future, despite some pretty scary moment we're living in right now. Yes, I got a big forehead. I've grown to accept that. Hello, Psycho Z Emperor. If you've been on the streams before and this is your first time back in a while, don't forget to turn on your notification bell. That way, whenever I'm streaming, you will get a notification. Well, according to Trump, we'll find out. The tweet from Trump, or I think it was a Truth Social post actually. Let's see. A whole civilization will die tonight. I don't want that to happen, but probably will. However, now that we have complete and total regime change where different, smarter, and less radicalized minds prevail, maybe something revolutionarily wonderful can happen. Who knows? All caps. We will find out tonight one of the most important moments in the long and complex history of the world. 47 years of extortion, corruption, and death will finally end. God bless the people of Iran. That was posted this morning, I believe at 8:06 a.m. But the day before, it was on Easter Sunday, if I recall correctly, he posted, again, this was on Truth Social. Just going to try to find the exact wording of it. A tweet that will go down in infamy, I should suspect. Clearly, I got to get myself on Truth Social just so I can get these tweets up quicker. I have to wait for people to repost them. Let me see if I can actually get the exact wording of it. Yes, I got a big forehead. Please like and subscribe. Here it is, Easter morning. Tuesday, which is today, will be Power Plant Day and Bridge Day all wrapped in one in Iran. There will be nothing like it. Open the effing straight, you crazy bastards, or you'll be living in hell. Just watch. Praise be to Allah, President Donald Trump. And then I can't find the exact quote, but there was a tweet in which he said they have until, here it is, Brett Baier spoke with President Trump about potential Iran strikes tonight. He said 8 p.m. is happening. If we get to that point, there's going to be an attack like they have not seen. He says he doesn't want to do this, but he is at this hour sticking to it. So I guess as of 8 p.m., if there's no movement, who knows what we're going to see. I think we're all very scared and very nervous about it. We don't want to make it a racial thing or a, this isn't about Jewish people or Christians or Muslims. This is about human beings and a desire to see all of them live as safely as possible and without threat of attack. So what can I say? I'm thinking about everybody, but especially and including my Masonic brethren who are in the Middle East, on military bases, in Lebanon, in Jordan. I'm thinking of the Grand Lodge of Iran in exile, which has members of, their families are still there in Iran. They may be still there. We're thinking about all of them. So, well, I mean, again, Zionism, first of all, that's not a Masonic perspective. I'm speaking for myself personally. Zionism is just the belief that the state of Israel should exist, or should exist as it does now, which I'm a Zionist in the same way I'm Canadianist or a United Statist. I think if the state is in existence as a political reality, then to wish for it to no longer exist is just damaging with the world order. Put it that way. America downfall. I don't think it's the downfall of America. I think America has shown a great resilience, and I think it will continue to show great resilience. I also don't think it'll be the downfall of Iran, but I think it's very scary times. And I think the fact that we're even flirting with it is scary. So, again, hopefully Freemasonry can provide a beacon of light in this very challenging time, not in a spiritual or religious sense, but in a practical, ethical sense, to show people it actually is possible to support people of different races, religions, ethnicities, creeds, and not resort to violence. Well, but you cannot like the prime minister of a country and still support the country itself. For example, I would have been very sad if Germany ceased to exist during World War II, even though I think Hitler deserved to be put on trial for war crimes and crimes against humanity and was a monster as well. Um, Today's Green Shirt Day for organ donation. Oops, I missed it, Dad. Um, by the way, Dad, I love you. Thank you for being here. Wear a green shirt, remembrance of the Humboldt junior hockey team bus crash. One of the deceased players, I did not know that, Dad. That's really cool. As someone who is involved in organ donation, possibly giving an organ while still alive, we don't know for sure yet. I'm a big supporter of organ donation and blood donation, etc., etc. Make sure, if you can, you have your organs donated after you die. That includes putting it in your will, speaking to your next of kin, and leaving written instructions so people know. Well, I mean, we need some type of suggestions on how to treat people for obvious reasons. I wonder where the sky is gone when people go to space. Well, the sky is simply the refraction of light at a certain wavelength. So it's still there, they're just beyond it because the atmosphere is no longer refracting light. I mean, time, that's fine, but you can do that while still giving your organs to other people. Your organs don't need to burn to ashes, even if you do. This is not about war. This channel is actually meant to be about Freemasonry, the ways it was and is relevant to the communities in which it's located. But I think we have to keep in mind you cannot separate the condition of Freemasonry from the condition of the world in which we live, and that includes the economic and military conditions. Daniel, donate organs. Donate organs. They're not going to take you out. I can assure you, as someone who's involved in organ donation, they're not willy-nilly, and may potentially be donating an organ while still alive. They're not willy-nilly running around taking people's organs or taking people's organs without your permission or without your consent. I can assure you it's a big process. You can't smell farts through a phone. We're going to give this another. Normally, the first 60 minutes, I just hang out, chat about whatever. However, on this stream, because I have to go to Amherstburg, which is a really cool town, we're going to have a much shorter stream than usual. The first half hour is anything goes. The second half hour, I'm going to collect 5 items from this bag and talk about them. Because I'm getting ready to travel to Amherstburg, and I'm going to be doing that there. I'm going to be doing a presentation where I take different mementos from this bag and then I talk about them and talk about them in my Masonic journey. So it'll be fun. I do not know Charlie the Unicorn. Please hit like and subscribe, would be much appreciated. And I hope you guys enjoyed yesterday's stream. I talked about virtual versus physical dues cards. Amherstburg is in Essex County in Ontario, Canada. It's about 30 minutes from Windsor. I am a Freemason. I've been a Freemason Shadow Kong for about 20 years, give or take, which is crazy to think it's been that long. No, you cannot. That's the point. No, you cannot smell a fart through a phone. So if you're smelling a fart, it's in your own neck of the woods, not in mine. All right, you two, stop fighting and just hit the like and subscribe button. Thankfully, I'm finally getting over this stupid cold, which has been a pain in the butt. No, a Freemason is not a political entity, and I think this is a political question. But I think that if more people had the ethics of Freemasonry, we would see a reduction in escalations because people would recognize that there's a better way to deal with life than through violence and through intolerance, but rather through charity, kindness, respect. Yeah, I know you're saying that, Dad, so I may be doing it as well. I don't know for sure. We still don't know. There's a big process involved, so I don't want to get ahead of myself. I'm still about midway through. The Freemasons are a civic organization or a community group or a community club that has existed for approximately 300 to 350 years, give or take. I'm grateful to be a part of it, but think about it like a community club or community group. Miguel Cervantes, that evolved from stonemason guilds in the Middle Ages. Um, I'm just going to call you EJ because that's quite the name you got. Uh, Stonemasonry are the predecessors to Freemasons, and so we as Freemasons should be grateful to them. It was their symbolism, their ideologies, not their ideology, their symbolism, their profession that gave birth to Freemasonry. So Illuminati is not a real thing. It existed in 1776, but it really hasn't been of anything relevance for, I think, the last 100 years, give or take. So, no, we don't trade on souls. We don't trade on anything. We're not economic. Although we will support brothers if they find themselves in difficult times, financial turmoil or otherwise. Daniel Pack, someone's been watching National Treasure. No. But of course, if there was, would I say anything? 13 of the 39 signers of the Declaration of Independence were Freemasons. In an interesting side note, I think that's a cool little note. I mean, Beyond, the mods do great work, including the automatic mods. So, Beyond with John, please hit like and subscribe. I mean, it depends how you define existing. They, what I will say is, they are no longer any type of relevant force in any way, right? There are many groups that call themselves Illuminati. There are many groups that use the name Illuminati. Sometimes they're exclusively online. Sometimes they're exclusively scams, but they don't exist in an organized, consistent manner in the way that Freemasonry still does. Daniel Pack, if you think I'm such a national treasure, you would do a super chat, just $2, and you'll hear your chat right out, text to speech. No idea, Reba Fluff, but I'm thinking about every Freemason who may find themselves in harm's way and everyone who may find themselves in harm's way. Timu, I look handsome. That's all that matters. Freemasonry values the internal, not external qualifications of man. So how I look is irrelevant. What matters is who I am as a person. Again, we don't know what's going to happen. And Daniel, I'm a Freemason and I'm not a millionaire. But if you do a super chat, just $2, you can hear your comment on your super chat read out, text to speech. Well, Illuminati, at least the Bavarian Illuminati, started in 1776 by a gentleman named Adam Weishaupt, who was a former Freemason. Thank you, Beyond with John, for liking the stream. I'm much obliged. To my knowledge, I have no idea. I don't know who is and isn't a member of the Illuminati. Again, Illuminati doesn't really exist as an organized group anymore. But I can tell you this, neither one of them, to my knowledge, are Freemasons. That's when America became a country. I don't know if that's when Australia became a country as well. I don't think so. I'm sure there was a reason, Timu. So whatever the reason was, don't do it again. And thank you, everybody, for being here once again. I'm truly grateful. Please don't forget, take a moment, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Thank you for joining. Daniel Pack, we don't know what's going to happen. That's the point. But we're thinking about everybody who might be at risk or in danger. I do think you're not wrong, Daniel Pack. I've said this a million times. I don't want to chew my food twice, but you cannot separate the conditions of Freemasonry from the conditions of the world in which we live. Unfortunately, this battle, this fight in Iran is absolutely going to lead to, I think, a depression. If nothing else, I think a recession, and we're going to have to figure out how we're going to survive during those very challenging times. But I think Freemasonry can help that by providing a social safety net for a lot of people at a community level. I don't want people to become Freemasons. I want to promote why I love Freemasonry. If you choose to join or don't, that's completely up to you. I mean, a good way to think about it, Hollywood Undercover, is no different than if I started a YouTube channel talking about my favorite movies. I'm not necessarily doing that because I want you to watch those movies. Rather, I'm doing it because I like talking about them. If you choose to join, great. If you don't, that's okay too. It's just something that I like to talk about. That should be sufficient. Roadrunner, to be one, ask one. If you want to join Freemasonry, the first thing you need to do is find a Masonic Lodge in your area, approach them, and express your interest in joining. Ask them which Grand Lodge they're affiliated or associated with. That's a really important thing. But then go from there and express your interest in joining. It's a bit of a process. It doesn't happen overnight, nor should it. You got to get to know them, and they need to get to know you. But that's how it goes. So, Leah Ozturk, Masonic lodges are not demonic. I've been a Freemason for 20 years. Never seen anything within a Masonic lodge that I would consider demonic or that is demonic. Put it that way. I don't even know what I consider. We'll do that, approach them, but then, like I said, make sure to check which Grand Lodge they're associated with. Traveling to Amherstburg, Ontario, which is about 20, 30 minutes from me. We have Masters Night tonight. So I'm the Virtual Master of Border Cities Lodge number 554, which is going to be awesome. Because the compasses were tools used to understand the heavens and the earth and to set the proportions of them. It's a really cool little history that connects it to Freemasonry because the compasses are such an important tool within Freemasonry. So those Freemasons were onto something when they were talking about the square and the compasses as valuable and important tools. I have not any potatoes today, not yet anyways. Dominic, I'm sure your boy will win. We don't even have to arm wrestle, just give me the 100K. Kaya C, hello, please hit like and subscribe, I'd be grateful. My favorite topping on pizza, I'm going to go classic pepperoni. Why not be basic, you know? Yes, I got a big forehead. You should hit the like and subscribe button. Adam, what's... I'm no pineapple pizza man. I am not a fan of it myself. I've never been a supporter of pineapple pizza. My favorite movie, Daniel Pack, is A Nightmare on Elm Street 4 or A Nightmare on Elm Street 5. I love those movies both so much. It really depends on the day. I always say when it's a nice sunny day, my favorite movie is A Nightmare on Elm Street Part 4. When it's a cold, rainy day, my favorite movie is A Nightmare on Elm Street Part 5. Today is a nice day, so my favorite movie is A Nightmare on Elm Street Part 4. Well, thank you for the like and the sub. I hate salt on coffee. I don't mind anchovies. I will say that. I don't mind anchovies. I mean, I've said it before. I'll say it again. I think personally, um, I'm a huge fan of the Nightmare on Elm Street series, my favorite movie franchise of all time. So I'm 2 subscribers away from 3,790 subs. Help a brother out. Artemis, I've been covering the Artemis 2 mission. Pana, I think it's wonderful. I'm very happy that I get to be alive at a time when humanity is moving closer to the moon than we have in the last like 50 years. In fact, when humanity is making great steps to return to the moon, I think that's going to be incredible, and I'm grateful. Also, I am grateful as a member of Tranquility Lodge 2000, which is named after the Sea of Tranquility on the moon. It's a lodge in Texas. So I think it's really, really cool. But Freddy's cooler than Jason. And don't get me wrong, I love the big three. I love Halloween, Friday, Nightmare. I love all of the franchises, but for me, Nightmare is number one. Jason may be stronger physically, but Freddy's smarter and cooler. Now, the biggest thing, though, that separates those two awesome franchises is the fact that Freddy Krueger is Freddy Krueger has better protagonists. The quote unquote disposable teenagers, right? The final girls, the Alice Johnsons, the Nancy Thompsons, um, the Kristen Parkers, they're all incredible, as well as all of the friends. The friend group in the Nightmare films are better than the characters in the Friday films. So Freddy has better enemies, if that makes sense. Yeah, but that's all the fun of those movies, right? That's the fun of those movies. It was scary, and it's meant to remind us of our time living in caves, right? There's something primal about it. It's like claws, right? Wes Craven got the idea for it seeing his cat scratching something. Well, it came from a real story, right? It came from um, uh, Wes Craven reading about it was immigrants, I think, in Los Angeles or something. It was immigrants to America, kids claiming that they were having nightmares, and if they fell asleep, they would, die. And then a couple of cases actually happening. One of the kids was hiding a coffee maker, like in his room, trying to stay awake. Um, we're gonna give this. Well, daughter, you're the daughter of a not very good person. So, in fact, you're the daughter of a monster. Aren't three? We're not deceptive. I'm here talking to you right now, and I'm proud to be a Freemason. You may think we're deceptive because you have incorrect information about Freemasonry and are choosing to believe the nonsense, but so be it. I try to be knowledgeable. I'm wrong very often. I'm not going to open the box because I don't know what that means, but I will be reaching into this bag soon and collecting some different items to check out. Hit the like and subscribe button fast. How about that? Well, I am rubber and you are glue. Sorry, you're the one who's full of nonsense. Freemasons, you can be gay or straight. I mean, it's not about supporting or not supporting. Freemasonry, it's about the internal, not external of man. If you're a good man and honorable, that's what matters. Whether you're gay or straight, you can be good and honorable. So it's irrelevant. I've met gay Freemasons, they're awesome. As are all the straight Freemasons I've met. Well, I got a big gap in my teeth, but I don't use it to lie through. I just happen to have a big gap in my teeth. No, we do not. I mean, the purpose of Freemasonry at its core is the same as the purpose of going out with your friends on a Friday night. It's to be with other people. It's human nature is a desire to be with other people in a social club to belong to something. With Freemasonry, it was that desire that was, sought to fulfill first, and then we develop rituals and ceremonies and charitable activities and safety nets and all the rest of it. But at its core, it's about being with other people. It's an incredibly formalized version of a friend's night out. It just happens to be much more older and much more traditional. Patience is the key, especially with the Mark Roys of the world. Please take a moment, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. I would be truly grateful. We are one subscriber away from 3,790 subs. So let's see if we can get there. It would be much, much appreciated. And if you want to hear your super chat read out, just do a $2 super chat comment and it will be read out. I don't even know what that means, but okay. I accepted no mark, but we're going to try this now. Okay. I'm going to reach in, pull out 5 coins, and then talk about them and what they mean for my Masonic journey. So, if I remember, it's very possible I won't remember where these come from. Okay. Oh, here's one. Oh, this is a cool one. In honor of Freemasonry returning to the moon. That is Buzz Aldrin on the moon. This is from Greenleaf Lodge, where Buzz Aldrin was raised to Master Mason. He claimed Freemasonry, or he claimed the moon for Masons of Texas, but he was raised a Master Mason in Colorado. Go another one. Oh. Unity Lodge, 70, established 1994. This came from, some brothers were visiting from, I believe it was Toronto, and they brought this with me because I took them on a tour of the building. So that's cool. That's 2. Let's see. 3. Zion Lodge. I got this coin a few days ago. Some brethren from Zion Lodge came to visit Windsor, Ontario. Zion Lodge is located in the United States, in Detroit. It's about 30 minutes from us. I actually made a bet with the brethren of Zion Lodge regarding the outcome of the Canadian versus American sled hockey game for Paralympics. People don't know this, but Canada versus United States played the gold medal Paralympic game. Canada lost, so I had to give, didn't have to, but I gave the Brethren of Zion Lodge, it was really, really cool. I gave the Brethren of Zion Lodge a bottle of Canadian whiskey from Beaver Creek, a Masonic Temple coin from my Masonic Temple, and a signed hockey stick from the Windsor Spitfires. In return, they were nice enough when they traveled to bring with them one of their Zion Lodge #1 coins, FNAM, chartered April 27th, 1764. So that's a really cool thing. I'm not looking, I promise. Hiram Lodge #7 in Franklin, Tennessee. This is a lodge in Tennessee. Franklin is a little town just south of Nashville, if I recall correctly. It's about 30 minutes. I've actually met several Masons there. It's actually where Brad Paisley is a member. And I got to visit it. They have a historic building, which when I visited, they were working on a whole bunch of repairs towards it. So I thought that was really cool. And last one. Oh, this is a really cool coin because I don't know where it came from. I'll show it to you. This says, protecting the front line abroad, Vancouver pre-clearance, U.S. Customs and Border Protection Field Operations. I legitimately have no idea where I got this coin from. All I can think of is I must have known a Mason who worked in customs and gave me this coin as a gift. I've traveled through Vancouver a couple of times, so I don't remember where I got this coin from, but I think it's really cool nonetheless. So that was a bit of a test run. I'm going to be taking all of these with me to Amherstburg. I'm going to be selecting 5 coins from the bag and then discussing them, because we're supposed to do a presentation about our Masonic history. I've got 20 years of Masonic history. I'm grateful for it all, but it's a lot. I don't think I could get it all done. So instead, I'm going to pick 5 items and talk about them at random as a way to highlight some really fun parts of my Masonic journey. No, some are silver. I mean, I don't think any of them are actually silver or gold. I suspect they're much less expensive materials painted to look silver or gold or shine to look silver or gold. But I mean, some of them are different. Like, there's a lot of really cool ones that are different colors. The coolest one in terms of material would be, see if I can find it now. It's a big one. Oh my gosh, I don't even know if I could track it down. I've been lucky enough to get a lot of different coins over the years. Sign of well-traveled. Some of them are in cases, some of them aren't. Oh, here it is. So a few years ago, I was involved with the cornerstone ceremony at Windsor's City Hall, where there's a Masonic cornerstone there. We have this here. We got these coins at the opening of the new City Hall in Windsor, where the cornerstone is located, and this coin is made from materials taken from the old City Hall, which was torn down before the building of the new one. So that's really cool. I do not have a silver bar. I don't know what it even means to have a silver bar. Do you think Freemasons get a silver bar? Because you say you're a silver bar. I don't know what that means. Hey, we made 3,790 subscribers. Hello, nobody. Thank you for being here. This is going to be a shorter stream than normal, so we'll be finishing in about 20 minutes because I need to get myself to Amherstburg. I have to meet with a Mason first, then get myself to Amherstburg, so... Hamster Gaming Guy, hello, how's it going? Thank you for being here. I mean, it could be a unique gift that is given from his lodge to the master. Like, there are some lodges that have traditions like that. They'll give you, like, I would know one Masonic lodge, they would give all their new entered apprentices a chisel. Others, Masonic Bibles, maybe some silver bars. I have no idea. Silver isn't particularly important symbolically within Freemasonry, so I'm not necessarily sure why, but it could be maybe their lodge is located on a silver mine or in a town that was made famous for silver mines, in which case it would make sense. Life is well. Nobody. How is life with you? I am doing well, Gooey. Thank you for being here. I hope everybody's having a great night. Don't forget, $2 super chat. You can hear your chat read TTS, text to speech. So I hope you'll consider doing that. I hope you'll hit the like button and the subscribe button. My ring was gifted. Again, you don't need a ring, right? Like, There's this idea that if you're a Freemason, you automatically get a ring. That's not the case. But some will buy it themselves, some will have it gifted. My ring was gifted from my father, which came from my grandfather, which came from, I think, my great grandfather. So I don't know if God reigns in the north. Doesn't God reign everywhere? Isn't that the point? As opposed to reigning in one particular location, isn't God everywhere? I'm not sure what you mean by God reigns in the north. And I've never heard that before, but I'm not theologically gifted or theologically knowledgeable even. So pear-shaped pear. A Freemason is a member of a Masonic lodge or Masonic body, which is a civic or community group that has existed for about 300 years, like Elks, like Moose, like Rotary, but older, more traditional, and I would argue has done more good than those other organizations. But civic institutions in general do a lot of good. We're going to give it a bit more time. I'm going to wait to see who joins. Please take a moment to hit like and subscribe and keep following me for some social media posts about my trip to Amherstburg tonight. It does not. It does not. Actually, I don't think it does. I can't remember now off the top of my head. I'll have to look. Hello, Ija. I can just call you AJ. Hello. Thank you for being here. Please hit like and subscribe. I'd be much obliged. I feel like you do that with a lot of different words, Mark Roy. You're weird about numbers. My mom looks, well, she's passed away now, so she's looking pretty rough at the moment, but I'm sure she looked a lot better than me when she was my age. I'm an ugly son of a gun. Still unfortunate. We're still waiting to see what's going to happen tonight. I'll be on at 1 a.m., so hopefully, if it is anything terrible, I guess we'll know by then. But thinking about every Mason who may find themselves in harm's way and everyone who may find themselves in harm's way at the moment. We're to give it another 15 minutes. Like I said, I'll be heading down to the Masonic Temple, grabbing my stuff, meeting with the Mason, and then heading to Amherstburg. What movie 23? I'm not sure I've seen that movie before. '23 is W. Yeah, Mark Roy's having a moment, that's for sure. We're going to give it another 15 minutes. Just going to wait till anybody jumps on, as else to say. Like I said, I'll be back on tonight at 1 a.m. I guess we'll see what happens. But thank you, everybody, for being here. And I hope you enjoyed my grab bag of Masonic memorabilia, which I'll be talking about tonight as well at Amherstburg. And I'm going to be posting from Amherstburg as well, because I always love to do that. So he's a confusing guy. I'll give him that. Oh, Jim K. Yes, I know what you're saying, Jonathan. Yeah, well, I mean, that's called blue car syndrome. That's something you see quite a bit when it comes to conspiracy theories, especially with Freemasonry. They start to see signs everywhere because they're looking for them. It's like if you buy a blue car, suddenly you're statistically more likely to see more blue cars. Not because there actually are more blue cars, just because you're on the lookout for them. If you start to believe in conspiracy theories, you start to see conspiracy theories everywhere. Um, I have no idea what 53 means, but it's interesting. We're going to give it another, let's say, well, we're going to give it another about 10 minutes or so. Thank you, the Retry Nation. How's it going? Let me know if you have any thoughts on Freemasonry. We're going to be ending this stream soon, but I'm just hanging out before I head to Amherstburg for Masters Night, which is going to be a lot of fun. That is true. Turn A sideways is infinity. But sometimes, as Freud said, a cigar is just a cigar. Although infinity is fascinating, as someone who loves math and science, I find the idea of infinity really, really cool and worth exploring maybe even a little bit more than we do. I need to drink more water. I'm not very good at drinking water, so I'm working on it. I'm getting better at it. And somebody told me that Freemasons would never drink water out of the tap because we're all rich. So here, I've got bottled water just to show how rich I am. Sometimes the simplest answer is the right one, Dad. Sometimes the simplest answer is the best one. Just stay alive. Welcome. If you're just joining us, please take a moment, hit that like button and that subscribe button. I need to make my way to Amherstburg, Ontario soon for Masters Night, so I won't be able to do the normal longer stream. I'll be finishing this in about 10 minutes. I will be back on at 1 a.m., at which time I guess we'll see what happens with the threats from Donald Trump. I suppose I'll be there to talk about it at 1 a.m. I always do, Mark. I always do. Thank you. I mean, I consider myself a professional traveler. Making it to Amherstburg is going to be incredible. I cannot wait. I will be consider myself very lucky to be there because it is a really cool little town. So it's a beautiful place to visit. And I think we as Freemasons, as a general rule, all of us should, as much as we possibly can, travel, visit. You're going to get so much more out of Freemasonry by traveling and by visiting other places, whether it be in your own neck of the woods or around the world. We are going to give this another 10 minutes and then we'll be ending the stream, but I will be back on at 1 a.m. And I guess we'll see what happens. Have you hit the like and subscribe button, Casual Mike? That's the better question. And not even in the past, just right now, presently. Because we're at 3,790, so we're 10 away from 3,800. Let's knock on wood, Jeremy. I mean, I think that's what we're all hoping for. But just the act of saying it is pretty nerve-wracking, if we're being honest. At least it should be nerve-wracking. This is not the type of stuff you want to be messing around with or speaking kind of hyperbolically about. I don't know. I've never had one. Let's fingers crossed I never do. I'd rather my first near-death experience to just be death, and I hope that's not for many years or many decades in the future. I think for some people it can be kind of a wake-up call. It can help them reevaluate their life, especially if it's something that they have been, if the near-death experience is due to their own actions, like they are overdosing or struggling from addictions or just making bad choices. A near-death experience can be a wake-up call to get them to change behaviors. Um, Beyond that, I mean, I think as a general rule, whether you've had a near-death experience or not, I think it's really, really important to keep in mind our mortality and that we will die. Doing so can maybe help us try to live better lives here on Earth by reminding us that our time is short and we should take advantage of being alive while we can. Yeah, that's true. I'm very happy I was in Dubai last year and not this year. That's for sure. Um, Ratman, let's hope not. But right now, it seems we're going in that direction. Makes me again think about all the Masons who might be in harm's way. So we'll see. And I will say it's a shame because Dubai was beautiful. I mean, I didn't see a lot of it, but what I saw of it was an absolutely beautiful country. So there's a lot more masonry in the Middle East than people think. To any Masons out there who think this is not affecting Freemasonry, I assure you it very much will or could. So we need to keep that in mind as well. Not just the lives potentially lost, but economically speaking, things get more expensive. Uh, it gets harder and harder and harder for Freemasons to make it to lodge or to dedicate themselves to Freemasonry. Oh, I'm sure. I'm sure it would take a few months to see all of it. But what I saw of it was very beautiful. So, very friendly people as well. Thank you. Survived the disaster. Health and happiness to you also. Don't forget to hit that like button and that subscribe button. It would be truly, truly appreciated. We're going to give it just another couple minutes. Don't know who that is. So who is Madame Blavatsky? I am a Freemason. I've been a Mason for just about 20 years, give or take. Uh, I started this channel to talk about and promote the ways Freemasonry was and is relevant to the communities in which it is located, as well as to turn my passion for Freemasonry into a profession. But I do not know who Madame Blavatsky is. But please take a moment, hit the like and subscribe button. I'd be much appreciative of that. And unfortunately, I won't be able to talk about her long because I have to end this stream in about 4 minutes. Because I have to get ready to go to Amherstburg for a Masonic meeting tonight. I mean, let's not do any damage if we can help it. Nam Roth, let's avoid damaging to anybody because it's very easy to think all you're going to be doing is damaging a country, and then you find out you've hurt a lot of people. I mean, Freemasonry is not a cult. Keep that in mind, right? Freemasonry is not an occult organization. Uh, I'll look her up. I've never heard of her before. I've never seen a square and compass medallion on Queen Elizabeth's belt. Queen Elizabeth wasn't a Freemason. Her husband was. Uh, I mean, there's been monarchs who have been Freemasons in the past, in various countries, not simply England, but Queen Elizabeth's husband himself was a Freemason. He was a member of Naval Lodge. I can't think of his name now. Duke of Kent, was it? Queen Elizabeth to husband. Prince Philip, Duke of Edinburgh. Sorry, Prince Philip, Duke of Edinburgh. He was a Freemason for many, many years. Until he passed away. He was a member of Naval Lodge. Thank you, Lapis. I always do. Traveling is incredibly, incredibly important part of being a Freemason. Journeying is an incredible part of being a Freemason. Incredibly important part of being a Freemason. Mark straight the way of the Lord, 664. Not sure what you're talking about, but it's still good to have you here. There's a shooting star in the year of 2018. I like shooting stars, which are obviously just meteorites. I don't consider them to be signs from God or anything like that, but I think it's really cool. All right, this has been fun. I know this has been a shorter stream than normal, but that's because I got to travel to beautiful Amherstburg. So I will be back on tonight at 1 a.m. I will see you all then. All right, guys. Thank you for being here. Have an excellent night. Or excellent day. And we'll be paying attention to what's happening in the Middle East. Maybe I'll post about it if something happens. All right, talk to you later.